Hi, this is Patty, the loan designer. Today, I want to talk about cash to close. That means for your down payment and your closing costs and your escrows, which is your taxes and insurance, to buy this home, what money do you have to come with cash to close? So up front on the financial presentation, we will go over that estimate for you. But most likely, you haven't selected the house or your insurance. We don't know what day of the month you're closing, so it is an estimate only. And until you've locked your interest rate, that can also move hour by hour. But we're fairly good at estimating. Once you've selected a home, we are going to send you out something called a loan estimate. By then, we know what our fees are. We know fairly close what the third-party fees are within a few $100s. We don't know what your home insurance is yet. You haven't selected that. And we don't know what the taxes or HOA is. But we've got a pretty good estimate. We're going to send that out on something called a loan estimate. Now, as we move through the process, we're going to get the other fees from the title company. That can take 10 days after we have a contract if we're doing a quick closing. But if you're building a home, we may not get that until 10 to 14 days before your home is complete. But still, on the initial closing disclosure, we're fairly accurate. Okay? Now, when we get those fees and get ready to close, we're going to send out another document called an ICD, Initial Closing Disclosure. That means the title company has given us their fees and the HOA. By now, you've selected the home insurance, and we pretty much know what the taxes are. There's a few exceptions to that rule that usually happen in September or after October 15th. Sometimes those property taxes can change, but in the meantime, that ICD is pretty accurate. At this point, you're going to want to make sure that you have your cash ready to be wired or get your cashier's check for the title company because you're getting fairly close to moving in your own home. Yay, right? So when we send out the ICD, it's still about 95%, 98% accurate. What's happening behind the scenes is we are required to send out the ICD ahead of time per the federal law. But in the meantime, the title company and our attorneys are going back and forth and making sure that every penny is perfect for you. Once that is perfect, we will send out a document called a final CD. Now, we like to send that out 2 to 3 days prior to closing, but depending on the time of year and what's going on, if there's a holiday or maybe some last minute changes, we may not be able to send that out until the day of closing or 24 hours in advance. If you need a specific number, email us. We're happy to give that to you. We will get that final document out to you as soon as possible. Please check with your title company to get with the wiring instructions, but wires or cashier's check are mostly acceptable. There is a few title companies to help prevent fraud that only want a wire. So we are not privileged to that information up front. So please check with the title company or your real estate agent to help confirm what the title company prefers. We will send that final CD out to you just as quickly as we can, and then we will call you to go over it as well. It's going to be an exciting time. There's going to be a lot going on, and we are very excited for your family and very grateful for the trust you've given us to work with your mortgage. We will be here for you after you close as well. More to come about that later. Thank you much.